Welcome, energetic viewers, to Healthy Living on Supreme Master Television. According to the World Health Organization, cancer is one of the leading causes of death in the world. Each year, over 12 million people across the globe are diagnosed with cancer, and 7.6 million succumb to the disease. The numbers are projected to continue rising, with an estimated 12 million deaths by 2030. Today, we have the honor to share the sixth part of an 8-part series featuring excerpts from the Cancer Project's Eating Right for Cancer Survival, a 2-set DVD of presentations by esteemed nutrition researcher and author Dr. Neal Barnard, MD, that is a companion to the book The Cancer Survivor's Guide, written by Dr. Barnard and registered dietitian Jennifer Riley. Dr. Barnard, a vegan, is the president of the Cancer Project, a U.S.-based nonprofit organization advancing cancer prevention and survival through distribution of information on nutrition and research. Since its founding in 2004, the project has strived to promote the vegan diet as the answer to cancer. The Cancer Project is part of the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, a group created by Dr. Barnard in 1985 that is comprised of physicians and concerned citizens in the U.S. wishing to improve public health. The committee is also actively involved in raising awareness of the benefits of a plant-based diet through such projects as the 21-Day Vegan Kickstart program and seeking to amend federal nutrition guidelines. Dr. Barnard has served as the principal investigator on many clinical studies examining the links between diet and health, and his work has been published in top scientific and medical journals. He is often interviewed by the national media in the U.S. for his perspectives on important issues in nutrition, health, and medicine. We are now pleased to show Dr. Barnard's presentation, Cancer-Fighting Compounds and Immune-Boosting Foods, a chapter from the Eating Right for Cancer Survival DVD.
Welcome. Thanks for joining us. What is it that starts the cancer process? That's important because if I know what starts it, then I can prevent it from getting started. Cancer starts with damage to DNA. Inside each cell of your body is DNA. That's the blueprint that makes the cell what it is and makes you what you are. And that DNA is damaged. What's it damaged by? It's damaged by something called a free radical. Have you heard about free radicals? Free radicals sounds like a complicated sort of a thing, but what it actually is oxygen. Every minute of every day, hopefully, we're breathing in oxygen, we're breathing out carbon dioxide, and that oxygen is life-giving. But oxygen is also very unstable. In some conditions, oxygen can even be explosive. It's an unstable molecule, so as you're breathing it in, as it's used in the body, it gets changed. When I say changed, I mean the oxygen molecule. If you could look at it very close up, it has too many electrons on it, or electrons in unstable orbits. It becomes a little bit like a piranha. It gets inside the cell and it wants to take a bite out of your DNA, or it takes a bite out of the cell membrane itself. If those cells are in your skin, free radical damage is the cause of wrinkles. It's the cause of the aging process. If there were no free radical damage at all, our lives would be very, very different. And when it comes to cancer, it's the free radicals getting into the cell, into the nucleus, attaching the DNA, and taking a bite out of it. The free radical is trying to get stable, and it does this by attacking the other cells of the body. Well, the nice thing is we have defenses against free radicals. Beta-carotene. Beta-carotene is found in which kinds of foods? It's found carrots, of course, but also all of the orange foods like cantaloupes and pumpkins and sweet potatoes. And beta-carotene parks in the cell membrane, and it waits there, and the free radical comes along and it attacks the beta-carotene, not you. That's why it works. Now, lycopene as well is in red foods like tomatoes, watermelon, same story. It parks in the cell membrane and helps protect against it. And that's a good thing. Now, these foods also will boost immunity. They boost the immune system. How do they do that? By protecting the white blood cells of the body. Think about this. What is the immune system? We need an immune system because if you don't have one, you'll be felled by a virus or by a bacterium or by cancer cells. The immune system, in your bloodstream, you have red blood cells. The red blood cells carry oxygen. You have white blood cells. The white blood cells are there as sort of the bodyguards for everybody else. They're swimming along, and if they see a virus that doesn't belong there, they engulf it. They destroy it. They see a bacteria, they destroy it. If they find a cancer cell, they can tell the difference between a cancerous cell and a healthy cell. They try to destroy it. And we probably have cancer cells arising in our bodies all the time. But if our immune system recognizes them, grabs them, and destroys them, you'll never know that it ever had occurred. Well, these foods actually protect your immune system. Beta-carotene will protect you, and the carrots and the yams and the sweet potatoes and things that provide it will protect you as well. Now, there's one little caveat I have here, and that is if you're undergoing certain kinds of cancer treatments, your doctor might say, don't have those antioxidants in your diet, because they imagine they'll protect the cancer cell that they're trying to wipe out. The point is simply this, that these foods are big cellular protectors. Well, does it work? Does it matter? Yes, it sure does. There was a Canadian study of women who had breast cancer, and they looked at their diets and they looked at who did well and who didn't do well. And what they found was that those women who had the most beta-carotene in their diet, and what foods are we talking about? Beta-carotene-rich foods? Carrots.
Pumpkins.
Okay, yams, the pumpkins, cantaloupe, right, sure. By the way, also the green vegetables, did you know this? Broccoli has beta-carotene too. You can't see it because it's got a lot of chlorophyll in it. Do this sometime. Leave some broccoli just sitting on your shelf for about 2-3 weeks. What happens to it? The green fades away, the orange comes out, and you can see it, okay? It's sort of like in the autumn. When the chlorophyll is gone, you see these other colors come out. Well, one of those colors is beta-carotene. It's there in the green leafy vegetables. Not as much as carrots, but it's there. Okay, so in this Canadian study, those women who had the most beta-carotene in their diets lived substantially longer compared, in other words, it helped keep their cancer at bay compared to others. Well, how much beta-carotene? How does this work? Here were the numbers. If they had more than 5 milligrams of beta-carotene every day, they had double the survival odds compared to those women who got less than 2 milligrams every day. What's 5 milligrams of beta-carotene? A half a carrot. About a quarter cup of sweet potatoes. No big deal. From a diet standpoint, very easy to do, but it makes a big difference. And there was a study called the Women's Healthy Eating and Living Study, the WELL study. Same thing. They had a group of individuals, they brought them in, and as one part of this study, they did blood tests on everybody, and they analyzed them for what are called carotenoids, beta-carotene, and all of its chemical cousins that help neutralize these free radicals and help boost immunity. And what they found was that those individuals who had the most carotenoids in their bloodstream, meaning they were eating their vegetables, eating their fruits, they had a much higher likelihood of surviving their cancer and not having a recurrence, doing very, very well with it. Now, how much beta-carotene should I really get from day to day? Well, the federal government doesn't set any recommended daily intake of beta-carotene. What they do say is that if a man gets about 11 milligrams per day and if a woman gets about 9 milligrams per day,